up at the ceiling all of a sudden. A few seconds went by before I realized what happened. Joker had randomly pushed me down onto the sofa while I was speaking. And that, apparently, wasn't enough. "May I ask what you are doing?" I was captivated by him as he tore my clothing off.
If you really are my beloved Amelie, you should know what I want to do now. What's dinner without dessert?
His voice and smile were sweeter than any dessert I'd ever seen. I furrowed and put my foot down before I allowed myself to be carried away by the mood. Joker, what a way to kill the mood. We were having a moment just now, you know? It would have been more romantic if you'd restrain yourself a little. We would have started to passionately gaze into each other's eyes. And would we have ended up cuddling or sharing a sweet kiss? If we did things like that, would we have naturally taken things to the bedroom?
What, you'd prefer it a little more romantic?
It'd at least be a lot better than what you just did. I really care about you, and you feel the same way about me, right? Would it be too selfish or naive to ask you to make it a little more romantic? I asked, peeping at him from beneath. Joker let out a small sigh.
Unfortunately for me, I'd do anything if it's you that asks me. I'm sorry, I couldn't make your maidenly dream come true. I should have at least brought you back a rose bouquet when I came home.
He sounded like he felt really bad for what he did, but he didn't look like he was going to budge. We went back and forth for a while, exchanging aggressive glances, but his eyes soon grew more serious.
I'm sorry, but I just don't have it in me to be absolutely perfect. So, which is it going to be? Should I have you on the sofa now, or sneak into your bed at night?
Those aren't the most diverse of options, are they? I gazed back into his eyes and asked, "So are you telling me that this was your best, after waiting for what you believed to be the right moment?"
You didn't notice. I was trying to remain calm as long as possible until we took care of our initial problems.
You should have told me so. I instinctively let out an awkward giggle, causing Joker to crease his eyes and passionately grin.
What did you want me to say? You wanted me to say that I couldn't resist your charm, and that I could barely control myself. I'd look pathetic.
His sweet whisper sent my heart racing. You really felt that way? I asked as I looked back into his eyes, slightly worried that he might notice the pounding of my heart.
To tell the truth, I wanted you ever since I pulled you out that night from the Lake of Tears.
My cheeks were splashed with crimson as I thought back to that night.
But you were exhausted both physically and mentally, so I couldn't do that to you. And I've been waiting for my chance to share our love for one another ever since. But Amelie, you still look tired.
His rose eyes mischievously creased as he looked deep into mine, as if he could see right into my heart. There was no way I wouldn't have realized it as he gazed into my eyes, no matter how beautiful a rose bouquet can be. Nothing but his rosy eyes would bring me this much happiness and make me feel this way. I'm not tired. I was waiting for this moment too. I wasn't even trying to hide my blushing cheeks. I just reached out to wrap my arms around the man I love.
I love you.
There were so many thoughts and feelings bundled into his faint, heated voice. He stole my lips away as if he couldn't wait another second. Burning, passionate kisses. He traced his finger through my hair, down my cheek, across my neck. His deep, aggressive kisses erased whatever rationale I had left. I had been waiting for this moment just like you were, Joker. I realized how I felt as he touched me. I always wanted to feel Joker, the man I love. Everywhere he touched was on fire, burning through my skin. And yet, it felt so unbelievably good.
Amelie.
He whispered my name as his lips passionately brushed against mine. He desired me more than anything as we endlessly exchanged affectionate, heated kisses. He eventually undressed me. Our skin met for the first time. I was so happy that he told me everything on his mind. How I wanted to know him now was through his skin, without even exchanging words. I surrendered myself to the one I loved. I slowly opened my eyes after getting a good night's sleep. Joker? I immediately wondered where he was. We moved from the sofa into the bedroom last night and shared the same bed. I soon found him lying right next to me. It was like a bolt of lightning hit me, suddenly bringing me to my senses, because Joker had the book I was writing in his hands. Joker, give that back! I sat up in a fluster and tried swiping the book out from his hand. Joker glanced over at me with his rose-colored eyes and teased me.
Judging by your reaction, it looks like I was right. So you wrote this, huh?
He guessed it right. The best place to hide a leaf was the forest. So I thought the bookshelf would be the best place to hide my book. I'm an idiot. Joker was probably looking for something to do this morning, and that book caught his attention. I was the one who put it on the bookshelf, so I couldn't possibly blame him.
It was very interesting. I felt like I got to see another side of you, Amelie.
My cheeks burned in utter embarrassment. I was hit with a strike of embarrassment, far different from how I felt last night, because what was written in that book was everything that I experienced in Wonderland. It was painfully obvious that I was the author of the book.
So, Amelie, why did you start writing this tale?
I don't really know how to put it. I decided to come clean, even though my cheeks felt like they were on fire. I wanted to do this for the spinner of tales, even if it's not much. I'm sure he loved the world of the tale in his own way.
I see.
Joker affectionately gazed into my eyes and gently stroked my hair.
Amelie, I know you can do it.
Really?
Really?
He confidently smiled at me.
As long as we don't forget about Wonderland while continuing our tale. I'm sure it would make him really happy.
His voice had a mysterious charm that was almost magic. It was like, if Joker was that certain, then I was sure of it. I don't plan on letting this tale finish for the rest of my life, I vowed.
Let's write a tale of happiness together that never ends.
Joker smiled and gently kissed me. Even though it was such a light, pecking kiss, I couldn't stop my love for him from overflowing. When I held Joker in my arms, he pushed me down onto the bed as if he'd been waiting for this moment. Even though I had just woken up, we once again buried ourselves under the blanket. Filling me with thoughts of our endless tale together. A tale of courage, love, and hope. Above all, a tale of happiness, together until our very last breath.